All right. Well, let's talk about something other than vanilla. And I'm sure you knew this was going to come up. There's been a few hints on a program called AEW Dynamite about Best in the World. There was a Cookie Monster shirt that was worn by Kenny Omega a little while back. And we had AEW book the United Center on August the 20th. I'm just curious if you might be visiting the United Center that night.
When was that? Let me look at my calendar.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say it was? The 20th?
20th, yeah.
I think I actually might be doing a screening. This isn't confirmed yet, so I probably shouldn't blast this out everywhere, but we're talking about doing a screening of episode 3 of Heels at an AMC in Chicago, and that's one of
Mm,
the dates that has been proposed. So hope to see everybody there.
cool. Yeah. That's unfortunate. It seems like a bit of a conflict, but there's time. It's a long show. And
Hey, listen, best in the world. That could be anybody. That's it's Brian, right? That's my assumption. I hear best in the
Okay.
world. I think Brian.
I mean, it was a guy named Darby Allin that said it. Do you know him? Do you have any thoughts on Darby Allin?
I think Darby Allin's great. I think everybody in the wrestling world needs to never do a dive ever again because you can't do it better than Darby. When I approached my in-ring stuff, I could do a moonsault. It sucks. And why would I do one? Because everybody on the roster could do a better one than me. So it's just like, why bother? If you watch Darby Allin wrestle and you watch him do one of those dives, he actually looks like he's trying to murder somebody. So it doesn't get any better than that. Stop doing dives, everybody.
Back when AEW started, Tony Khan has stated that he did want to have you a part of the organization. I'm just curious if you guys did chat and what made you decide not to go forth.
Yeah, I talked to Tony. You know, my perspective on this, and I said this to Tony to his face, was that I am a guy who has constantly heard, hey, I got a money guy. Hey, I got TV. I've heard that at least once or twice a year for 15, 20 years in my wrestling career. I've gotten bounce checks from those gentlemen. You watched it happen, especially after ECW folded. It was everybody was restarting ECW. Everybody was going to use the ECW guys. There's a dude named John Collins who did time in prison for bouncing checks. Um, and it always seems like somebody's we're gonna start up and we're gonna compete with Vince, and like I always thought that came from a bad spot, because if you want to start a pro wrestling company, I think you should always just focus on yourself. So I more or less took like a wait and see approach, and I wasn't, or I am not interested in pro wrestling in that respect. you know we're here, we're talking about heels. It just so happens, maybe it could be bad luck of mine that this next role I got is set in the world of professional wrestling, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm focused on being an actor, and just like I was when I was a wrestler, focused on being the best I could be, I'm focused on being the best actor I can be.